Welcome to Yeukai Business Show, UK's premier business show where we feature business thought leaders, high achievers, and industry experts. Today's episode is brought to you by World Outsourcing Solutions Limited, a company that specializes in helping executive business owners with virtual assistant services and business growth systems. Here's your host, Yeukai Kechidori.
Today, I'm joined on the show by a multi-passionate CEO, a serial entrepreneur who started her business in 2003 and has gone on to do a lot of things. She's a mom of 3 beautiful girls, and she understands the pressures of being a mother and also building a business on the side. What I love about our guest today, she wants to empower over 1 million people to be, do, and have whatever they desire without sacrificing time and family. And my guest is Dijana Llugolli. Dijana, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Yeukai. I am so honored and so grateful to be on this show and to share a little bit about my story, about my message, and hoping to empower your viewers, your listeners, and let's see where this show takes us.
Yes. One of the things I liked about you when we were talking earlier on, you have a saying that work in your genius, delete everything, or delegate, outsource, and delete everything else. Can you just share a bit about how you came up with that?
Yes. So let me take you back to 2018 when I got so burnout, when my husband almost divorced me and my father had a heart attack and I also had an abortion within 2 months.
Wow.
That was a result and a consequence of me seriously being everything to everyone and doing everything to everything. I was solopreneur, like most of probably your listeners or not, and I was trying to grow my business by doing everything from sales, marketing, promoting, social media, you name it, financial part, everything. And I ended up actually doing what I said that I don't want to do, to have freedom, right? I quit my job to have freedom, and suddenly I didn't have that what I desired the most, time freedom.
Right.
And it started in December 2017, I hired a coach to help me to actually launch my first online course, my online program. And there was a strategy behind it, but I was so stubborn, all we self-study learners and lifelong students, we tend to Google everything and try to you be so stubborn. I'm going to do this on my own. Anyone else? I don't know. I am like that. But I had I invested, but then I felt, you know what? I know that there must be another way. Must be another way to grow my audience, to go a little bit apart from the Facebook ads and all this good stuff. And I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to do everything. Landing pages, sales pages, checkout pages, funnels, freebies, you name it. I Googled everything and I learned anything about the digital marketing.
Right.
And when I launched this thing in March, 8th of March, it was an International Women's Day, 2018.
Right.
I was totally not burned out. I was zombie. I didn't even know how to get up from the bed. And then I also left out with one client that enrolled into the program with 50% off, and she was my friend.
Right.
Yeah, because she felt so sorry for me, and she said, okay, let me just buy this course. Because it was 1 week I was promoting and selling, and obviously I failed. And now when I'm looking back, that was the best failure and best lesson that I learned within 3 years of doing this business, because it got me to a point where I said, you know what, something needs to change. I can't operate from this thing. I need to do everything.
Right.
And then in summer 2018, I said I need to take a break. Otherwise, I'm going to quit this. And I did take a break. I really enjoyed my time with my family. It was summer, and it was really, really nice. Like, it was great summer, so I spent time really treasuring memories with my kids, and that was so important for me, because I seen all these little small things that I didn't appreciate before. And in August 2018, I actually got an opportunity to be introduced to a program, to a platform where you can automate everything, and you can like outsource and delegate and blah 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 and all this good stuff. So I got exposed to that. It was a summit, and I said, let me try that. And
Right.
once I actually got to see how fun it is to work within one platform, to have everything automated and to have everything optimized, I said, wow, like, do we do business like this? Yes, this was the complete new world for me. And also at that point, I hired my first VA, and working on the things that I really, really loved. I started to coach more. I started to communicate more, build relationship with my potential clients. I started to engage more with my audience, because I had that free time. She would do everything behind the scenes, like build all these pages and all like this tech stuff. And I got to do what I truly love.
That's good.
And fast forward to now, in 3 years, we have so two assistants, we have community manager, we have funnel builder, we have Facebook ads manager, and that's ultimately that freedom of the CEO, where you get to do what you love the most. You don't spend time in the soul-sucking activities unless you love designing your websites or whatever that is. But essentially, like, business owners, especially now in this day and age, we get to do so many things that are not bringing us income.
Yes.
And that actually, we spend so much time designing logo or, those kind of stuff, instead of like really doing what we need to do.
Absolutely. Did you mention this platform? For those who may be interested in knowing the platform, would you mention the name of the platform?
Yeah, sure. So Kajabi that we use, I'm not sure if you know, Kajabi is the platform that we use for all-in-one marketing. So before that, I would use lead pages, WordPress, MailChimp, all these different platforms to connect them. And I would literally spend like 10 hours just connecting and integrating all this stuff.
Yes.
That and something would break, a link would break, and then I would get like, I don't know, upset and nervous, and I would be in that state where I couldn't even get on a phone and make sales, because I was so stressed out because something didn't work.
Absolutely.
And then when you have like a platform that actually gives you that, it's just so easier and so smoother and so effortless to work within one thing, where you have like this all like one-stop shop, or how you say it, like everything in one place.
Indeed.
So beautiful.
Now, so you found the platform, and then you went on to hire your very first VA. Talk us through the process of delegation. What did you do?
So first I created, and that was something that I really, really loved. And this is something probably that I have from my previous job when I was working as a HR specialist, where I would document them and all the processes, right? I'm a very organized person. So I have everything that need to go through my business. I was always like keeping all the tools and everything that I'm using in one place. So I literally created something that I call a business, don't laugh, a business babysitter, where I'm a mom of 3. So if you want to give your kids to a babysitter, you need to have like instructions, like not instructions, but you need to tell them, do they have allergies? Do they need this? When they go to sleep, what they need? So it's basically like I created a business babysitter where, my VA, when she came, she had everything like organizational map. where when it was really easy for her to see, okay, so this is what you do and this is what I do. So we set up processes like daily, what to post, what not to post, how to do a podcast, what she does, all this stuff were so clear because I knew already what I don't want to do. And that was so easy because I knew what is my genius. And back to that tool, in that 2018, I decided also to take a strength test. I don't know if you know, Strength Finder, Gallup Strength Test, really helped me to identify those 5 key my strengths that I said, you know what, I want to only focus on these 5. And the rest, I want to delegate. So everything that was not in my strength zone, I would delete. Or I would delegate.
Indeed, absolutely. It may take time to find that out, but once you've done, you would have given yourself a raise financially, because now you are focusing on the income generating activities that pushes your business forward, and you are free to do anything else and let everyone else do the other important stuff that helps your business move forward. So for those who may be getting stuck on this very first thing you did, what's your advice?
So I would say that the key thing is to, really get real with you and honest with you. So I call this and I teach my clients as well. So I call this a happy place. So if you imagine a triangle, on the top of triangle of your happy place is something that you love doing. And just do a little mind map. Ask yourself, what do I really love doing? And that can be everything. I love to cook, right? I love to cook. I love to read to my kids. I love to listen to podcasts. I love to speak. I love to coach. I love to teach. Write down everything that you love doing. I love to shop, right? Every woman loves to shop. And then the second thing would be, what do people think that you're good at, right? On the right corner of the triangle, you would have what people think that you're good at. So this is where I invite my clients and people, I invite them to actually ask. Ask your audience, what do you think that I'm good at? So for my audience always tend to say that I'm really good when it comes to cheerleading, supporting others, like really pushing them a little bit, through the edge and kick their ass. Sorry, yeah. And also inspiring others, being a role model for other moms and women who are in my audience. Yeah. Really by being fearless. These are some of the things that people really love about me. And then the third question is, and this is the most important question, especially now in this day and age, what does market want? If you marry, what do you love doing? What do people think that you're good at? And what does market want? You will find your happy place. And this is what you should focus on, right? When you say, okay, so this is what I love doing, cooking. Is that something that I'm good at? Well, probably my kids would say, no. And does market want that? Yes, market wants some raw vegan cakes, but is that something that I want to monetize? No, because my audience doesn't think that I'm good at, right? So if there is like a no in any of these 3, so you want to have all 3 of these yes. And where you get yes, even if that's one thing. So for example, I love to coach. People think that I'm a good coach. And the third thing, is it coaching something that is valuable and market wants? Yes. So then we have 3 S's. That's what I want to focus on. My energy, my time, and my effort.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
That absolutely makes sense. Truly makes sense. In my business, we do it slightly different. I have people list out all the activities they do, and they single out what they love to do, and the rest they delegate. Same system, but I like your system very much, and probably will be sharing that with my audience, because it makes perfect sense, helps them indeed to do that. Now, say
you know what? Yeah. I just sorry for interrupting. It would come down to, if I say, my audience would say, like, you're very good at building funnels, which I am. Do I love doing that? No. I outsource that, right? So does market wants that? Yes. So let me get someone who can do this under my mentoring, and they can actually get paid. They love to do that. I support their vision, but do I need to do that? No. Can someone else do that instead of me? Yes. Right? So these are the things that someone will say, Dee, you're right. If you tell me now what's your business about and what's your vision for next 10 years, I can literally build a map. I can literally build a funnel for you. How will your business look like in 10 years? What you need to monetize, what you need to focus on, and what's your next step? I can literally draw this. I'm a big visionary. And when people ask me, okay, so do you want to build this for me? No, I don't want to. I can see that for you, but I don't want to do that because I have people who can help you with that.
Awesome.
So that's kind of the approach that I'm taking in my business.
I love that. It's very clear for anyone who is listening, and they'll be able to follow along that one. Now, once you decided what to delegate, you then went on to find a virtual assistant to help you. What was your process of doing that?
Yes. So for the first virtual assistant that helped us with Kajabi, so we reached out to the community of Kajabi. So there was we have a lot of people in there who are basically working as a Kajabi VA virtual assistants, right? So I got one of theirs, and she was like a pro. She was so good at what she does. She took our business from earning we were about 1 to 2K to in next 3 weeks we booked our first 5K 6K month. So it was literally tripling our business in just 3 months, in 3 weeks. So she took everything away from that building and doing this technical stuff to me finding clients. And once we had all the links and all the processes and all the funnels connected, it was so easy for me to, whatever we got in, we invested back into the business. So that was that. And I kept her for a year. And then we decided that we were going to have someone who is in the business with us. So I reached out I got introduced to Acadium. Previously, that was Gen M. If you know them.
Yes.
They're so marketing agency that actually gives you for 90 days to test their marketing students. So we got for 90 days a marketing student, and I so clicked with this person. We showed him everything, and he became our funnel builder. So, and then we got another two. One was from Upwork for Facebook ads, and 2 other assistants through Fiverr. So this is the process that we do. There's also some stuff that we just have these projects. So this is a one-time project. We would use Fiverr or Upwork for these smaller projects.
Outstanding. What surprised you when you started working with virtual assistants?
That's a very good question. What surprised me that I was holding to things that, that's my thing. I want to hold to these things, and I don't want to delegate.
Yes.
I don't want to give away those things because I'm so attached to something. And I got from the beginning, it was I knew that I need to delegate or outsource, but my mind was no, this is mine. I need to keep it for myself.
It's amazing.
So that was really surprising, but yeah, it was, you feel like you have this part of your business, especially it's a new business. You think that you still need to work with these activities, which you don't. Something that you don't like doing, get rid of that as soon as possible. Don't hold on to it.
Absolutely. For my business, I discovered that there were more people way, way smarter than I am. in what they did. And right now, I've got my team entirely managing the whole thing. And I just come on and do my podcast and communicate with people. Everything else, from communicating with my guest, I've got an assistant who does that, or with my other business that I have. They're running the show. I literally fired myself from the business to the only core things. So that's why I love this whole concept of outsourcing. You and I agree on that. We outsource everything. You know, you have somebody wash your car, you're outsourcing that, or you have somebody prepare a meal for you when you go to the restaurant. You are outsourcing that. But use exactly the same principles in outsourcing certain aspects of your business, and it's a mind-boggling, the result that you get out of that. But tell me, how do you manage your virtual assistants?
So we have team meetings every week. We have the meeting that is overall, and then we use different daily communication systems where we set up on it. So for us, it's really important that we track weekly goals. So once we agree, we have a 90-day plan, but when also break it down to weekly activities. And once on the meeting, we agree what everyone will be doing, especially when now, for example, we are in launch mode. So we know everything, what they need to do. And I would check in with them daily. So are you keeping on track? And we have very open communication. I now am someone, and I want to say that this is something that I'm so proud of myself. I do not tend to say, I let them to do mistakes. I let them to try new things. I want to keep myself, as you say, fire from my business. I want to do what my soul, something that my soul sets on fire. I don't want to be controlling them and micromanaging things. So this is giving them that space to explore, to experiment, to do stuff, because in this line of business we need to be creative, especially now when we are transitioning, pivoting, and all this stuff. I really leave them to lead everything. We just have these daily check-ins and we're really trying to keep the track on the weekly activities.
When you say daily check-in, would you clarify a bit more for our listeners?
Yes. So on every single day, every single morning, so we have check-ins. So how are we with the numbers? Are we reaching our numbers? So we have both our ads manager and our funnel designer have report how are we with the numbers. They tell us, okay, so this is where we are, so good. So we have this, and we are communicating through Slack. Then would be one of the community managers. She would go and she would check all our groups, all our communities, and she would say, okay, I did this first hour. We checked all the people that they are served, that we answered their questions, and maybe if there is something that I need to address, or maybe something that someone asked and they couldn't answer, they would keep me informed. So they would say, okay, they want to know this. Can we do a podcast on this? And then they would prepare content for me.
Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Now, as we come toward the end of our time together here, Dee, what is the perfect mindset a business owner ought to have if they're going to take your suggestion of working in their genius element, delegate everything, and outsource everything? What's the right mindset to be doing that?
Such a great question. I would say that, so this is the mindset. Okay, so if you want to grow fast, do it alone. If you want to grow far, do it together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you have this lifelong vision, if we have long-term goals, and we want to grow a business that's going to impact the world and make a legacy, we can't do this alone. we are in this space of co-creation and collaboration, and bringing team on I can guarantee you and I can promise you be the best thing that you do for your business. So just like, don't trade your time for money. Don't do that, because someone out there can do things better, faster, and save you money when you outsource and delegate. So don't play to your money mindset, particularly in this case, stops you from being in your own genius and co-creating this space with other people.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. You know, many of my virtual assistants have been with me since 2012. They literally know my business inside and out, to the point that if I'm to travel to Africa for a month and I'm completely out of touch, or travel anywhere for that matter, my business will keep on going because I have a team in place. And I cannot tell you the freedom that comes in, because I know that the business continues to grow even in my absence. I can pass it on to my family if I want to. And that comes down to having a team who understand what you are trying to build, and also who wants to work with you. Have you noticed, Dee, that many of virtual assistants have a different mindset to an employee?
100%. Yes, this is so good, because they're I would say, like, I don't know about you, but they are hustlers. My two virtual assistants, they're such a hustlers. They're so self-initiative and so self-fulfilled. Absolutely. They love the vision, and what you said right here, they know your business, and this is so important to for them to understand what is your vision. You need to share. I love our team meetings because we have so much fun, and so this is also something that I realized that was so important. I am so raw and so real when it comes to our business meetings. I share everything with them. They're like a family. Yeah. And with that perspective in mind, they also tend to be like more open, and they get to be, that if we had bosses or directors, they would like be always rigorous and always serious and always like trying to look professional. There is nothing professional in my business, nothing serious. I have fun. We dance on our meetings. Like, I try to keep them engaged with their own vision. That's within right. My vision.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that is so important, one of the key values, I don't even ask them about their qualities, about their skills. I ask them what success means to them. That's what is important for me. What are their values? If our values are connected, I believe that everything is teachable, and they can learn anything if they want, as Absolutely. Long as we connect.
Absolutely. The truth. I can tell you've worked with virtual assistants right there. And one of the reasons that has kept me going, working with virtual assistants, is I get to build them up. I get to create a platform that they can live their values, their vision, their goals, or whatever mission they want. And we can do that together.